What are the possible themes for this novel? How do the plot or characters establish and support these themes?
Possible themes could be self versus society and love and sacrifice, because Sam was always up against people's negative comments / opinions. Love / sacrifice. Sam loves Max, but page 188, Sam says to Max, "I do love you, Max, from the first day I met you at the hospital. I always loved you." But Sam made sacrifice he didn't like, but did in care of Max.
I said one of the themes is fellowship, which is like being together like for like his friends and family. I think this is a possible theme because throughout the book, the relationships Sam made kind of helped him be more successful in parenting Max, and they, Claire helped him get through the hard times, and they kind of bonded over the fact that they both had kids and they could like find common ground.
I agree with Brenton on that. I feel like Claire did play a pretty big part in like Sam learning more about parenting. Like I feel like he did do a good job of the parenting, but like his relationships with Claire and everybody helped him out to become a better parent.
One of the things could have been self versus self, because he does have this conflict of like whether he's a good parent or is he being judged badly, or if he's doing the right thing, or if he's making the right choices, either going to college or just staying home and taking care of Max, which is really like significant because it shows us the struggles which he goes through. Even though Claire has a little bit easier, she does go through some struggles too, which is also self versus self.
I agree with that, like with self versus self, because in the book Sam did like struggle with like claiming his son over like what people would think of him, like the mall. He really wanted to go with Claire because they got more attention, and he was really, I don't know, he just thinks down like he thinks of like other people think.
Yeah, I agree with Maria and Hanif on that. I mean, I feel like there is a lot of self to self throughout this novel. Like he, like Hanif was saying, he really does have a hard time owning up that it's his own kid to other people. Like even when they went to go get food, and Claire told the lady that that they were their kids and they're not somebody else's. It's like Sam had a really tough time like owning up to that. Like he wanted to say no.
I feel like one of the themes could be like saying goodbye or letting go is like the hardest thing to do. On page 150, one of the quotes says, I feel him wanting to swim away, and I tightened my grip," and it was just talking about like the flashback of the fish. And then another quote on page 193, it's when Sam tells Claire that he's giving Max up for adoption, and it's like it says, "I've been thinking about this for a long time," and it just shows that it's just not easy letting things go that you really like.
I agree with Brandon on 193 when he tells Claire about adoption, and the theme would be doing what's best isn't always easy to do, and it kind of shows when he's saying it. He doesn't say it like right away. It's kind of hard for him to get it out, and because he loves Max and he doesn't like want this to be the end for their relationship.
I agree with Jensen. I kind of thought that it's like if you love someone, sometimes you need to let them go. In this case, it was better for Max if Sam put him up for adoption, like on page 198. It said it's not about all the things that he's going to want. It was better for both of them if they put Max up for adoption.
Yeah, I
kind of love the same kind of thing about how like it's kind of you have to make like the best decision no matter like what society or like others are kind of thinking about your decision. For example, on page 132, Sam decided to keep Max even though he like knew Claire was gonna be really upset, and like when Claire was like saying all those things to him, like asking him a question, he kind of stuck to his decision because he knew it was the best decision for himself.
Yeah, I agree with Mitch and Alex about when you love somebody, you gotta let them go sometimes. And in my opinion, it was the best thing for Max and Sam. I mean, Max wasn't gonna have as good as a life as he could have. Like he didn't have like the full financial support, and Sam's life was he couldn't even go to college because he had to take care of Max, and his school was really struggling, and he couldn't get into the same career he wanted to since he was a kid. So
I think I agree, but I also think it was a little bit more self versus society, because throughout the book he was being discriminated against, or not discriminated, but judged, because like people were thinking about the stereotype of like the careless dad, and he kind of had to deal with that a lot throughout the book too.
yeah, I mean, I feel like there is a lot of self for society too. Like he really fights against this society to like. It's kind of goes along with self for self though, because he was fighting himself about owning up that he was his own kid. But it's also like he's doing that because of how society looks at him, and how they look at how he has a kid at 17 years old. So
Yeah, I agree with that. Even when they were at the hospital, how the doctor wasn't speaking to him like, you know, like he was his dad. They were speaking to him more like he was like, you know,
A brother.
teenage father, doesn't care that much. So it kind of has that look on him as a, you know, a male owning a child at his young age.
and also how he like people looked at him like he couldn't even go into school without getting searched like that, but then all the girls can just walk right in. Is that a wrap?